Hello, welcome back to Breakdowns at Both. I'm your host, ASOS. This is your weekly one-stop shop for alternative, for metalcore, for rock updates. Today we are going to be talking about Flyleaf, Beartooth, Louder Than Life, Point North. I'm going to give you a full recap of a concert that I went to. We got a lot to talk about, so let's get into it. Like I said, hold on because it's going to be a lot that we're going to get into, but it's not a lot at the same time. We also do need to go back to the conversation about concert etiquette and how important it is. But yeah, let's just fully dive into what was going on this entire last week of February. We are now in March. It is wild. These 2 months have just flown by. So, like I said, I'm going to talk to you guys about a concert that I went to. I went to go see CZYK. That's, if you did not know how to say that band's name, that's actually how you properly say it, is CZYK. And I saw them on February 25th, Friday night. They were on the High Tides Back to Hell tour, and they stopped in El Paso, Texas, and I was so happy that this tour came to El Paso. But it's funny because I really thought that CCYK was like a bigger band, in my opinion. I mean, of course, small. I wouldn't put them like big, but I'm still saying, medium size probably. I really thought more people knew them. I was very into them for like a long while before they started releasing new music. And again, I was really surprised to see that nobody really knew who they were or like why I was so excited that they were coming. And then people saw them play live. And the power of seeing somebody live is like, you're not getting just a studio version. You're getting how do they actually put on a good show, and you get to hear how they sound live. And I think that that's a better introduction to a band. I think that if you can play live, I think it says a lot about your band. So a lot of people are blown away, and a lot of people are like, oh yeah, like why are they not bigger? They sound like a very professional band out there. And even their look, like they have a marketable look. They have, a sound that is marketable. So for them to come to El Paso, for me to meet them, it was really, really great. I met Kyle. He's the lead singer. He's really tall in person. I went up to his merch table and I was like, oh my God, like, I'm so happy that you're here. Like, I'm a huge fan. I'm very grateful for you to be here. I told him about how my boyfriend plays in Glorious and how Glorious was opening up the show and how he was the guitarist. And he like stood up to like, hug me, and I asked for a picture. And oh my God, he's tall. Like sitting down, I was like, he's tall. He got up and he just kept going. And I was like, damn. And I even made a comment to him and I felt bad, but like I made a comment to him. I was like, you are tall. And he was like, he like made like a little like frazzled thing because he was like, oh my God, like I am really tall. And I'm like, yeah, you're really, really tall. And yeah, it was a really, really great show. They played really, really well. They supported my boyfriend's band, which was really nice of them. And if you guys do not know, that CZYK has a song out with Kellin Quinn from Sleeping with Sirens. It's called Forever and Always. So please go look them up. Please go listen to them on Spotify. Follow their social medias. Please, 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 like give that band some recognition because they are really, really good and they're worth your time of listening ears. So, Louder Than Life came out with their festival. Okay, listen, I know, okay, you do not need to come for me here, okay? People came for me on TikTok, but I need you people to come for me here. I'm very underwhelmed by it, okay? And this is my opinion, and I'm entitled to it, and you're entitled to your opinion. Is the lineup stacked? Yes, it is very stacked. However, why I'm saying I'm underwhelmed with it and why I'm very disappointed in it is because I feel like last year they listened to us. Like all the festivals knew what was hot, what was fresh, what was coming out, which bands were generating the buzz, and they brought all of those bands onto the festival lineups. This year, it's so lackluster with every single one of them. They have maybe one or two bands that are generating buzz. But to me, how is one or two bands who are generating the buzz, who are putting out albums, who are getting the fans excited, who are really, really creating people to like be incentivized to buy tickets, you know, one or two is not worth my time. And I don't think it's worth anybody's time. versus last year where it was like they had Sleep Token, they were having Bad Omens, they were having Spirit Box, they were having Poppy, Dayseeker. They were having like a good stacked lineup of bands that were generating the buzz. And this year, again, it's just 1 to 2. And it's such a stacked lineup, but it's such a stacked lineup with like legacy bands that like, people want to see them regardless. Like I've seen Pierce the Veil plenty of times now, you know what I mean? Like, yes, Pierce the Veil is a cool band to be on a lineup. Don't get me wrong, but have they released a new album? Have they not been going on so many different tours where you've had plenty of opportunities to see them? Same thing with Sleeping with Sirens. Sleeping with Sirens, yes, they are teasing an album, but it hasn't come out yet, and people have already seen them plenty of times. What's new and what's exciting about that? And I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just being realistic. Limp Bizkit, I mean, of course I want to see Limp Bizkit. It's freaking Limp Bizkit, it's just not enough. Like these lineups, they don't have Sleep Token anymore. They don't have Bad Omens anymore. They don't have Dayseeker. They don't have Spirit Box. They don't have Poppy. We Came as Romans. The Devil Wears Prada. They don't have Dayseeker. They don't even have Thornhill. They don't have Colorblind. Those are the bands where, like, if at least 5 of them were on that festival lineup, I would buy tickets. Blackfoot Bride's on this lineup. Yes, I think that that's a good band to have on there. They're generating buzz. They're coming out with new music. It's exciting. It's fresh. It's new. It's like, I want to see Blackfoot Brides 1,000 Below 1,000%, because they're going to go on tour with Poppy, and I'm sure that people need more opportunities to be able to see them, because even though they also did their headlining tour last year, some people missed it, or some people are barely discovering 1,000 Below, and people want to have that moment to see them. So 1,000 Below is a good person on that lineup. And I'm not even looking at the lineup, and like that's all that I can really tell you that like I'm really excited about, because like I've already seen Currents plenty of times. I love Currents on this lineup, like don't get me wrong, like I love them, but I've already seen them plenty of times, and I'm also going to be going to see Currents on their tour with Eras and Caskets, because to me that's a stacked lineup, and I'm like, that's so worth my time and it's so worth my money. Like I don't do tour bills where like Spirit Box, like I love Spirit Box, but like when their lineup came out last year for their US tour, I was like, I don't want to go to that, because what all I'm going to be listening to is Spirit Box. Poppy, same thing with her. I think that this tour that she's doing right now is perfect, because the one that she did last year had bands that like, I was like, who's supporting you? I don't know this. And then this year, her doing it with Landmarks and with 1,000 Below, that is an exciting lineup. I think that that's what people need to understand, is like what we want is lineups that are worth our time, that are worth our money, that have more than just one person that we want to listen to. Okay, so I have the lineup here now in front of me. And again, yeah, it's stacked. President, okay, listen, like, okay, my boyfriend said, like, the mystery guest on that is very interesting. But I do agree, like, the whole block of, like, President, Holding Absence, Caskets, Rain City Drive, Windwalkers, that's really good. But then I had to tell him, we're going to go see President, in a few days with the Bad Omens tour. So why do we want to see President again? Why is that worth our time? When I announced, like, 10 bands that we have not seen yet, that are worth our time, it's just not, balancing out. Holding Absence, I do agree with him. So I saw Holding Absence last year in February, and they cut their set short on the Plot New tour, and I was very devastated. I was very upset over that, because I think it was their bassist or their guitarist had food poisoning, and they cut their set short. And I really would like to have like a redemption show with Holding Absence. So yes, Holding Absence to me is a little bit worth it, because I didn't really get to see the full set of them, but it's still something where I'm like, okay, I've seen them before. Caskets, again, we're gonna go see Caskets on the Currents tour with Eras, so I'm like, if they do a longer lineup, maybe it'll be a little bit worth it. Rain City Drive, okay, yes, 1,000%. I want to see Rain City Drive. I've not been able to catch Rain City Drive, and I really, really am obsessed with Rain City Drive. So, okay, yes, you got me there. I would love to see them. The other band that I really want to see is Future Palace. That is my favorite German band. Oh, I love their singer. I love her so much. I love how she talks about her journey into screaming, their journey into actually having fans, their journey into becoming a band that like is on all these festivals and everything. So to see them coming to America, you know what? That is worth it for me. I am very excited over future Palace being there. Again, it's a lot of like little bands, big bands. It's just a lineup where you really gotta like count how many bands are you willing to see and then go from there. I am really looking forward to though Aftershock coming out, which Aftershock is coming out very soon. And it's funny because like a lot of people, like a lot of elder emos are like, oh my god, like Friday's lineup is really good with like My Chemical Romance, A Day to Remember, Taking Back Sunday, Coheed and Cambria. Like, yeah, that's a good one too, but I just, and Lacey Sturm is on here, but like I already bought something that I'll talk about soon after I'm done on this rant. And so it's just kind of like, I've already seen Lacey, I've seen it in this moment plenty of times. I think it's weird that they have like all these girlies in like this one little block. In this moment, Hailstorm, etc. It's just really like it's just an interesting lineup. There's so many bands on here. And then somebody also had like brought up a really good point about this. So like after like okay, we've talked about all the bands that are on here. Somebody also brought up that so I was talking with this touring manager and he said that due to the radius clause, it's probably preventing some of these bands from being able to be on festival lineups, which okay, I get it. Like maybe there is something going on where like these 10 bands that I really want are not able to be on this because of something that they had signed. Who knows? And then somebody also brought up how it's so stacked that they're wondering about stage times. And actually, the stage setup got released. And I thought it was very interesting. And I think that is something that we do need to deep dive into about like how the stage is already looking to be set up because it's just so many bands on this lineup. And yes, I know it's broken down into different days on the weekend and everything. Like it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But it doesn't matter. Like, the days are still full of bands. It's like how much time are they actually going to get for their set? Where the stage is located? How is all that going to work? Like, it does seem a little lackluster. And, I do appreciate everybody's comments on social media when I gave my unsolicited opinion on how I feel about it. So yeah, we're just gonna gamble right now with Aftershock. We're gonna see how it comes out. Come on, Aftershock, please don't disappoint us. I mean, seriously, there's 10 bands, like I said, that I would love. Like the Devil Wears Prada, like I need them on more festival lineups. Their last album, I don't care what anybody says, that album was a freaking 10 out of freaking 10. I am still listening to it even months after it came out. I'm still dying over it. I'm still singing every song off of it. Like I need the Devil Wears Prada and I need We Came as Romans. The Devil Wears Prada and We Came as Romans. If those two are on a stacked festival lineup, I will buy tickets. I will spend the money, 1,000%. Before I get to what I was telling you about, I'm gonna save it till the end of what I said that I did. You're gonna have to keep waiting. We're gonna get into some drama. So if you don't know who just got canceled in 2026 and stated that they will see us in 2027, girl, it's messy. Let me tell you this right now. You have been living under a rock. When We Were Young came out with an announcement this week, and they stated, to When We Were Young family, the songs, the memories, the moments. None of it exists without you. After an unforgettable run in Las Vegas, we've decided to take 2026 off to give this festival the care that it deserves to make sure what comes next feels just as special as what came before. When We Were Young Festival returned to Las Vegas in October 2027. Thank you for showing us the whole heart of every year. This isn't a goodbye. This is a pause. We'll see you in 2027. And I'm like, are we shocked? Like I said it all over social media and I'm going to say it again here. Like, are we really shocked? Like, let's all be blunt. Let's all be honest. Like the silence from them was just deafening. And it kind of was like, who forgot about this? Like with all the tours, all the festivals, all the comebacks of 2026, it was very forgettable about that festival. I do strongly also believe that they would not be able to come back this year after what they did in 2025. Like, how do you top that sick lineup that they had? Because again, like every festival last year had a really, really sick lineup. And it is really, really hard for a lot of them to come back and compare themselves to what they did last year. I also believe that this statement was very, very overdue by months. From my perspective, I think it should have been done either in November when they always announce something, or if they wanted to kind of give people a little bit more like speculation or something like that, then they should have done it in January. January, for the fact that they could have been like, hey, listen, about last year, we want a fresh year in mind. We want to pause this year. We would like I just feel like that would have made more sense if they were like, you know what, for a New Year's resolution, we're just going to pause this year. We're going to come back with a fresh new mindset and everything like that in a new year, because they're going to have 2 years to basically build up a new lineup and new buzz and generate everything. But this random February week announcement, I'm just like, okay, like why now? Why? You know, like with everything that's coming out this week, it's just kind of there, like fading in the background, to be honest with me. But we'll see what happens. I hope that, you know, 2027 is a better year for all the festivals, not just for when we were young, but every single festival out there. Next, I saw that Lamb of God is doing a tour. It is going to be called Into Oblivion Tour. It's a U.S. tour with Kubi Khan, Texas, Fit for Autopsy, and Sangu something. And also, Spiritbox is going to be doing a UK tour. The UK tour actually looks really, really good in my personal opinion. I'm actually really happy that they're doing a US tour with some other bands. They are going to be doing it with Ginger, which is really, really cool, and Dying Wish. So Tsunami Sea UK EU tour is now on sale. They're doing Scotland, UK, Wales, Poland, Swiss. You just gotta go. You know, if you live in the UK or something and you want those tickets, definitely go check them out and everything like that. Now for my favorite part of the day. So, as I've been telling you guys, it's been rumored, it's been speculated. I was talking to their tour manager, and he was telling me to wait. He was telling me to be patient. He was telling me that it was coming. And I said, baby girl, it's coming, but when? Flyleaf. Flyleaf is doing their 20th anniversary tour. I could cry. This is a band that has saved my life. I'm gonna cry. I've met Lacey before, but I think that this is gonna be very special. Seeing Flyleaf do this tour, go to the show, and listen to a band that saved my life. And also have gotten me through some really dark times. Like Lacey's books, I don't know if you guys know that she has written several books. Each one of her books have gotten me through some really, really low points in my life. I bought tickets so fast. I didn't even care about the money. I didn't care about anything. I had told everybody. Everybody knew in my circle. My boyfriend knew. My family knew that if Flyleaf announced this tour, I was gonna buy tickets. Like I need to see my favorite band in the entire world. Like this is my bucket list. This is so exciting. I cannot believe it's finally here. I feel like I'm dreaming. I feel like I'm living in an alternate universe, seeing Flyleaf announce this 20th anniversary tour this summer. I got my tickets for Dallas. Texas girlies, let's go. They also announced a San Antonio date, and it's just my dream playlist. Okay, listen, it's not every song that I want to listen to, but like I really want these four like on the lineup, like super, super, super bad. I really want to hear Justice and Mercy live. I would love to hear Red Sam live, Breathe Today, and Who Am I? Oh my god, I would lose my marbles if I heard those four live. Like those are the top four that I am most excited for. So I'm a little too young to have had the opportunity to see Flyleaf before Lacey left, and now that they've come back, I just haven't really had the opportunity to go to like any of their festival appearances or anything like that. So like this to me is like my opportunity, and it's in July, which is my birthday month. So I'm like, this is my birthday gift. I am gonna go see the band that means the absolute most to me. Again, I read all of Lacey's books. I watch all the interviews. I listen to like all 3 albums that Lacey was a part of, from track 1 down to track 12. You know, I own merch. I'm like, I can't even. Like, I could talk for days about how excited I am. I am like, I know I have other concerts lined up. You know, I have Bad Omens this month. I have Caskets next month, and this one though is the one that I'm screaming about. I'm super super excited. I'm super 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 pumped. But I hope everybody got their tickets to Flyleaf, because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, in my opinion, to go see them. So this is tour related, but it's a bit of an update of what I've been seeing on social media and what's been revealed of the Bad Omens tour. We need to talk. Okay, if you are planning to go to a Bad Omens show, number 1, wear a freaking outfit that you planned and you prepared for, okay? Please. I really need people to actually put some effort into their concert outfits, and we need to go back to concert outfits. 2, we need concert etiquette. If you are going to be in the pit, you are not going to get barricade, okay? There's probably 200, 300, 400 people in that pit. You think that you are special and that you are going to get barricade. It sounds rude, but you're not special. It's not going to be possible. Not everybody can have barricade. You do not need to push. You do not need to shove. You do not need to be rude or inconsiderate towards other people. Number 3, hygiene. Do not go into a pit without deodorant. This goes for every concert. Go in with deodorant. Go in taking a shower. Make sure you smell good. If you sweat, I get it. I understand. 4, don't be rude to other people. If people want to crowd surf, do not be upset over it. It is a pit, okay? It is a concert. People are going to crowd surf. It's going to happen. If people mosh, let them mosh. You remove yourself from the situation. You take care of yourself, but do not be rude towards other people. You see somebody fall down, you help them up. Drink water. It's number 6, I believe we're on. Drink water. Number 7, be respectful. Be respectful. Be courteous. Everybody wants to have a good show. Be respectful. That crowd and that pit looks insane. Like, I don't even have words for that pit. That pit looks flabbergasting, wild, bonkers, crazy. I could not believe it. And they're also dead. So rule number 8, have some energy in that pit. Like, baby girl, you paid for pit, you're in the pit. You're not gonna shake your butt, you're not gonna dance, you're not gonna jump, you're not gonna scream. Like, that pit looked dead. In Denver, wow. Denver should be disappointed with what I was seeing on social media of not having any kind of crowd energy, okay? Like, again, why are you there? Why are you there if you're not going to have any energy whatsoever? So, yeah, that's just me and my opinion on it. I'm going to see what happens when I go. I'm going to film it. You guys are going to be able to, I'm probably going to start filming my outfit, my OTT, my OTT. I'm probably going to plan my outfit soon. So on TikTok, you guys will see the preparation for Bad Omens, and then I will film me going to Bad Omens, going to the concert. I'll film some of the merch and stuff like that for you guys, and yeah, we'll be there if you guys want to say hi to me in San Antonio. You know, I'm a shy person, but I'm not a shy person at the same time. Like, if you guys are like, oh, I watch your videos or anything like that, you guys want to come up to me and say hi to me in San Antonio, I'm more than happy to do that. I'm more than happy to rate your guys' outfits if you guys want. Let me know. I'll see you guys in San Antonio. I'm very excited. So, last tour drama that probably I'm making it out of nothing, but I was scrolling on social media for the buzz, just to see what to talk about for this week, to make sure I didn't miss anything. Because, you know, I write my scripts, and then a lot of times I'll go back over social media and I'll be like, oh man, I missed this song release, or oh man, I missed that announcement, or oh man, I missed that conversation. You know, I find little things that I miss every now and then. So I like to do a clean sweep, go over social media again, just to make sure, you know, that I'm not missing anything at all. And when I was going through it, I noticed different promotions and different vibes for the Currents Eras tour. And I was like, this is a bit weird and confusing because to me, when you do promotion for, you know, concert, a show, a tour, it should all be consistent, Uh, Even though, so for the, like I said, the Taking by Tides tour, they had two local bands on their tour bill for one of the days, and they kept the flyer the same. They just added in, the other two bands with their logos and everything like that, but it stayed consistent. It didn't change based on the dates or anything like that. And I was seeing Currents and Eras do them based on their albums that they're releasing. And I was like, drama, because I get it's a co-headlining, but then when I saw Eras do it based, and I'll put it up on the screen for you guys, Eras was doing it based on their album and Currents was doing it based on their album. But again, it's supposed to be like a co-headlining tour. So I'm like, well, how are the shows going to work? Are they going to trade where like one night one of them ends it and the other one doesn't? Are they going to switch it off like that? Like, what's the vibe? What's the energy? How did this even come up? Because when Currents and Silent Planet were doing their co-headlining tour together, it was very consistent. It was very, very consistent. Actually, I'm getting it wrong. I think it was actually Silent Planet and Eminent. I think it was either one of those two. I could be wrong. Let me go check that. Because there was one of them that Silent Planet did, and it was like super, super consistent. Yeah, Silent Planet and Evident Animate, they did one, and it was like super, super like consistent with each other, even though they were like promoting, their own songs and then their own collabs that they were doing and everything. It stayed pretty dang consistent. With this, I'm kind of just like, why? What's the purpose of them doing it so disjointed with each other? But to each is your own. Maybe I'm creating a thing out of nothing and they're just doing what they want to do to promote, but buy tickets to that concert, that tour. It's going to be very worth it. I know it. So, new music from Ashes to New is going to be coming out with a new song on March 6th called Die For You. Beartooth came out with their new single called Free. I thought it was okay. It was giving like a heavy vibe, but then I heard it and I was like, okay, this is like the opposite. But it's not a bad track. Go ahead and listen to it. The track that I'm most excited for that came out this week is True North. They came out with a song called Can't Run Away, and this song is a home run. Don't run away from it. Walk calmly to Spotify and listen to it because it was so good. It was with So Crow, and it was really, really heavy. It was really heavy. It was really good. I loved True North song, and I actually love that band. I think they're a great band, so to see them come out with some new music was really, really exciting. So yeah, so this is all that was happening for this week. It was a very good week. I can't wait to see what March brings for us. And, like I said, I'm going to Bad Omens. So whenever I go to like a big concert like that, my weekly updates will just mainly be of the show and everything like that and the content from the show. But I'll still try to give you guys like a few brief updates within like the vlog style that I'm going to do. And hopefully you guys will enjoy that. And I hope you guys in the comments let me know if you're going to go to Flyleaf, if you guys bought tickets for Louder Than Life. Always like, comment, share, subscribe, talk to me in the comments, follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram. I would love to talk to you guys some more, and I hope to see you guys next week for a new weekly recap, and I hope you guys have a good one. Thank you. Bye.